The World Cup is officially 6 days away from when I'm recording this. I don't know, this video might come up 4 or 5 days before the World Cup, depending on when I finish this and all my other videos. But we're finally here. I'm just super excited, as I'm sure everyone else is, for this tournament. And today we're going to be predicting the entire World Cup, the biggest World Cup of all time, with 48 teams. And yeah, let's just get stuck in, because I know this is going to be an absolute yap session. So in Group A, we have Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and the Czech Republic. So I do think that Czech Republic are going to be finishing last in this group. And that is just simply because I don't think they have that much of a great team. They did, back in the day, have a pretty decent team with Patrick Schick, being pretty good for them, and Thomas Souček. I'm pretty sure they are, both still going to this World Cup, but neither of them are in the best of forms, and yeah, I can't really see them doing anything too special here. And then in third place, I think I will be putting South Africa. I've seen just a lot of hype for this team. I'm not really too sure why, to be honest. I don't know much about South African football, which is why I will put them third place, just because I feel like they could do something okay at this tournament. And then for second is between Mexico and South Korea, of course. And I think I'll put the hosts Mexico there. Purely just because let's remove that notification. So yeah, I'll put Mexico second, because I will say their home advantage will give them, a little bit of a boost. The Mexican fans, from what I have seen, are like crazy. So I do think, obviously, that will help them out a lot. They did win the Gold Cup, I think, but that was against a very weak American USA team. They've got some good players. Jimenez for Fulham, who has probably scored quite a number of goals this season. I'm not sure on the exact amount. And they've also got that kid, I forgot his name, but he's like 16 or 17, I think. And I don't know, I haven't seen him play at all, but I've heard he's meant to be good, so he could make a name for himself at this World Cup. Which then makes South Korea my first place team for this group. They've got veterans like Heung-min Son and obviously Kim Min-jae, who hasn't had the best season, because with Bayern Munich he hasn't played at all, I don't really think. But I still think he's a very top quality centre back, as you saw at Napoli. So yeah, Korea first, Mexico second, South Africa third, Czechia fourth. And now we move on to Group B with Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland. So let's just get this out of the way. Qatar's going to finish last. No debate there. I do think they won the most recent Asian Cup, which is a bit of a surprise, to be honest, because, who does Qatar even have? They've got one guy called Afif, but I couldn't tell you if he's good or not. And then, yeah, I don't think they're going to do good. And then I think I will be putting, I'll say Bosnia third. This really should be Italy's spot, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah. I think Bosnia will do okay. Dzeko might get a goal at this World Cup, probably against Qatar. And also, I thought his name is Begovic, the winger. I think he's also pretty good from what I saw against Italy. So yeah, I'll put Bosnia third. And then second, I'll put the co-hosts Canada. I did say that Alphonso Davies potentially has an injury for this World Cup. I don't know how serious that is. I just saw like a Twitter post, so for all I know, it's not even real. But it probably does sound real considering his past record the last year or so. So that is pretty disappointing for Canada. Because, other than him, who they really have, they have the two Davids up top, who will probably do okay for them, but I can't really see them doing anything too special. So yeah, we'll be putting Canada second, and then Switzerland first, because speaking of Italy, in the last Euros, Switzerland beat us in a pretty dominant fashion. I think it was 2-0 or 2-1. Anyway, Switzerland always do good at World Cups. They've got a good goalkeeper in Kobel or Sommer if he's playing. And, they've also got a Kanji. And Granit Xhaka, of course, who's had a brilliant season with Sunderland. So, yeah, I do feel like putting Switzerland in first is pretty safe. And then Canada second, Bosnia third, and then Qatar in that fourth spot. And now we move on to Group C, which is one of the better groups of the tournament for sure, with Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, I think. Is it Haiti or Haiti? I think it's Haiti. And then Scotland. Well, let's just make the most obvious choice first. Haiti are fourth. I mean, do I know one player from this country? No. But, I mean, to be fair, they did beat New Zealand 4-0 the other day. But, obviously New Zealand, not the greatest team. So, yeah, I will be putting Haiti fourth. And then, again, a pretty obvious one, Scotland in third. I do think they have some quality, but I don't think they have anything to match Brazil or Morocco's quality. And then, it is a tough one between Brazil and Morocco, to be honest. But I'll probably take Brazil in that top spot just because they do seem to be playing pretty well in the, friendlies that we have just seen. They beat, Panama 6-1. I mean, Panama, they're not the worst team, so 6-1 is definitely a good result. And, hopefully Neymar can ball out in this tournament as well. And then, Morocco second. I mean, Hakimi's supposed to be injured, but then again, he played the entire 120 minutes and even took a penalty in the UCL final, so who knows if he's injured or not. And then, Scotland third and Haiti in last spot. Now, we're going to move on to Group D, my personal favourite of the entire group stage, because my home country, Australia, is in it. And this group could obviously finish, in any order as everyone else has pretty much said. But for my order, I'll start first to last for this. I'll say Turkey first. But, I mean, just because I've got so much quality, Kenan Yildiz, Arda Güler, Koçu, Çalhanoğlu, there's a few other players I think I'm missing. Just a stacked squad. And I know they don't do the best when, people think they will do good, just like I saw at the 2020 Euros. But I think it's different this time because I have some very, very special players, and of course Yildiz and Arda Güler. And then second, I will put the USA to continue the trend of the co-hosts being in second place in their group. I mean, they are used to playing on the, pitches in America, because from what I've heard, the pitches are very different and worse compared to, Europe and stuff. So, yeah, the Americans should be used to it. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to make, but, yeah, I will put them second. I mean, they beat Senegal 3-1, 3-2, I think it was, which is a pretty good result, as you'll see that I am pretty high up on Senegal. And then, in third, I've got to back my boys here. I mean, we have made every World Cup since I've been alive, and we've always done really well, except the 2018 World Cup where we got grouped. Otherwise, other than that, I think we've pretty much always made it out of the group stage. I mean, I could be wrong with that. I mean, we've always overperformed in World Cups, and I think we can do that at least one more time. And now we'll move on to Group E. Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Curaçao's last, pretty simple. And then I think it's also pretty simple of putting Ivory Coast in third. I mean, they've got a few good players, like obviously Diomande, who I think will ball out, in the group stage of the World Cup. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it any further. But yeah, I mean, just hopefully Liverpool can sign him, and his value doesn't go at least too high up during this World Cup. Then in second, I'll say Ecuador. Part of me does want to not put Germany first place purely because they got grouped last time out. But no, I think this Germany team's different. They've just got, so many talented players. They got Florian Wirtz, Musiala, who looks like could be getting back to his best. And then obviously Kimmich as well, I mean. Yeah, they're just a super team. I do think they're going to do well at this at this World Cup. And if we do look at their Euros campaign last time out, 2 years ago, they were a handball away from being the champions. So yeah, I don't think they're as bad as people say they're gonna be. So Ecuador second, Ivory Coast third, and Curacao last. Now on to Group F. So obviously this is pretty split for me. Netherlands or Japan are gonna battle it out for first and second, and I think Sweden or Tunisia are gonna be battling out for third or fourth. And you know what? I think Sweden is gonna lose that battle. I know that they have been in some pretty decent form recently. I mean, that Isaac goal, I mean, he might just be back, to be honest. But purely just out of, integrity, they don't deserve to be here, as we all know. So I do think Sweden, just because of that, I'm going to put them last. And I'll look just really smart if that ends up happening. And yeah, I think Tunisia will be third as well. And then, yeah, Netherlands or Japan. It's a tough one. But I think I'm going to say Netherlands second, purely because they are a very defensive team. But the defenders just aren't in the greatest form. I mean, Van Dijk has picked it up a little bit, you could say. But then Van de Ven almost getting, relegated with Tottenham. And then Timber is a little bit injured at the moment, I think, as well. And then obviously their best player at the Euro, Gakpo, he's not doing the best right now. So yeah, I will say Japan actually win this group. They have a very solid team. They always do really well at the World Cup. So yes, Japan first, Netherlands second, Tunisia third, and Sweden fourth. Let me know if you think that's just crazy. Anyway, Group G, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Now, I think this will end up being very similar to the Euro 2024 group with Belgium, as I don't think Belgium are going to do too good. I do think they will end up winning this group, however, because let's look at who they're versing. They've got, no one, of difficulty in this group at all. So, yeah, Belgium are going to be first, but then it's just a matter of who's going to be second, third, and fourth. I'll probably give Egypt second, just because of Salah and Marmoush. They're probably the two best players in this group. Don't want to say that. I'll stick with that. Yeah, they're probably the two best players in this group. Maybe other than KDB, actually, yeah. And then obviously someone playing on New Zealand as well, Tim Payne, the GOAT. And speaking of Tim Payne, I do think he can carry New Zealand to a third spot. I know they lost 4-0 to Haiti, but I don't know. I just have a feeling New Zealand, they haven't been in the World Cup for 16 years or something like that. So yeah, I think they can do decent at this one. And I think Iran, yeah, I mean, they've had their, spats with the USA. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do good at this World Cup. And now on to Group H. España, they're winning this group. I mean, pretty simple. I don't know if Lamine Yamal is going to be playing too much because he is injured. I don't know. My theory is they're going to save him for the knockouts. And then, yeah, Uruguay, they're going to be second, I think. They've got some decent players like Darwin Núñez and Valverde. I mean, I just hope that Valverde can recover from his head injury from, knocking his head on the table. Hopefully he can, be fit for this World Cup. And then third place, I will put Saudi Arabia. They beat Argentina last time out, didn't they? Yeah, they did. I don't think they're going to do the best. No, I don't think they're going to make it out of the group. And yeah, Cape Verde, yeah, they lost. Now on to Group I, one of the other better groups of this tournament, with France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. And honestly, Iraq, just pack it up. I mean, I don't know how good of a team you are, but there's no way you're beating any of these teams in this group. You'll definitely finish last. Sorry, Iraq. But then, who's going to finish first out of these guys? I mean, it could genuinely be anyone. But I'm going to be sneaky and say Norway win this group. I am feeling big things for this team. Obviously, they destroyed everyone in World Cup qualifying. I do think Erling Haaland will turn it on for his very first World Cup appearance. And Martin Odegaard has also gotten a little bit better in the, later games of the Premier League this season. And then second, I will say France. I mean, it's hard to, say they won't even finish top 2 in this group when they've got, the likes of, Doué, Elise, Dembele, and obviously Mbappe. I mean, it's just a very, very stacked team. Yeah, they're going far in this tournament. That's all I will say. Then Senegal, I think they'll finish third. I mean, Sadio Mane, is their main player, as well as Nicholas Jackson. I do think they will give Norway or France a run for their money. Definitely draw at least one of those teams in this tournament. Probably France, in my opinion. Especially because, a lot of the people on the French team are Senegalese. Anyway, I think that's how the group's gonna work out. Then for Group J, pretty simple. Argentina first. There's no way that the other two A teams or Jordan are gonna compete for first place, in my opinion. Maybe, other than Austria, because obviously at the last Euros, I'm pretty sure they actually topped their group with France, and I think Denmark as well, maybe Netherlands, I can't exactly remember. And then Algeria, I think, will finish third. And they've got some good players like Riyad Mahrez and Ait Nouri. But other than that, I don't know how good they're really going to be. I mean, I think they got like semi-finals at the AFCON, but I mean, I'd be lying if I said I actually watched a lot of that other than the final. And then, Jordan, just like, Iraq, just, pack your bags. Don't worry about unpacking your bags, I should say. And then Group K. So again, this is similar to the Netherlands group. It's between Portugal and Colombia for first, and Congo and Uzbekistan for last. And I think Congo is going to lose out in that battle. I think they're going to get lost. The only player I can think of at the top of my head is Visser from Newcastle, and he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's been injured all season, and I don't know, how well he's going to do. And I do think Uzbekistan will finish third. I think this is their first World Cup ever. I mean, I definitely could be wrong, but I mean, again, just like Congo, I only know one of their players, Kusanov, but I mean, Kusanov is an amazing centre-back. I mean, if they can just defend and get, like, a clean sheet against Congo, I mean, that, will automatically get them, like, third place. But then, Portugal, Colombia. I mean, everyone thinks Portugal are going to do really good at this World Cup. And I 100% agree with them. Portugal are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with this tournament. Don't be surprised if they go on to win it. I mean, that midfield is just, like, crazy. I think Ronaldo will get his first knockout stage goal as well at this tournament. Then Colombia, their second, Luis Diaz, very good this season. Luis Suarez, the Colombian one, obviously has had a decent season with Sporting. And, throw in a few other good players like James Rodriguez, who should do good for them this tournament. And, they will easily get second, with Uzbekistan third and Congo last. Now, Group L. Now, this is pretty easy for me. Panama lost. They got slapped up by Brazil. So, easy loss for them. And then third place, I will say Ghana. I mean, I have heard that apparently Kudus isn't going to the World Cup, which is going to be a massive blow for Ghana if they want to have any chance at, progressing past this stage. I mean, other than, what's his name? Kudus, who else do they have? Oh, that's Semenyo. I forgot about Semenyo. But I don't think that's going to be enough for Ghana, because I don't think Croatia will get second and England first. I mean, England, as much as you want to talk shit about, who they called up, they're undeniably the best team in this group by far. I mean, Croatia just have a lot of, either really experienced players or, high potential players with little experience. So, it's going to be England, Croatia, Ghana, then Panama for me. Okay, so now we have to pick our 8 third place finishers. So, I'm not gonna, pick this too methodically. I'm not gonna go like one by one, like, go through their games and think, who's going to, win which game to see, who would actually make it out. I'm just going to choose the 8 best teams from this list. So that will be Senegal, it will be Australia, it will be Algeria, it will be Ivory Coast, it will be Scotland. First me pick them, Scotland. And no, I'm not just going, the first 8. Because I'll also go... I did say Ghana won't make it through, but I changed my mind. I think Ghana will. And that's 2 more teams. I'll say Bosnia. And I'll say Saudi Arabia. Let me know what you think of that. I probably just butchered that. Okay. Germany, Scotland. I think Germany make it through easily. Scotland, your time is done. Unless Scott McTominay can do an absolutely insane bicycle kick. Norway, Australia. This would be an absolutely great game to watch. But no, I'm just thinking about Erling Haaland running through our defense right now. Yeah, there's no way we're stopping him. Yeah, Norway, yeah, you're progressing. And then Mexico, Canada. So we've got the 2 co-hosts facing up against each other, which could be a good thing because at least one of them makes it to the round of 16. And where is it? Los Angeles. I think Canada's closer to America than Mexico is. I think they're right next to each other anyway. But yeah, Canada, I will say, will just make it out, especially if Alphonso Davies can be fit for that game. And then Japan, Morocco. You know what? I will go for a slight upset with Japan winning. I really just don't like what Morocco did with, obviously the AFCON shenanigans. So yeah, Japan, I'll say make it through. Colombia, Croatia, yeah. Colombia are going to be winning this game. Colombia, I don't think they're as good as they were at the Copa America, but I do think they will beat Croatia. Then Spain, Austria, I do think this would be a close game. But I will still say that Spain should easily win this game. Spain's like most people's favourites to win. Then Turkey, Bosnia. I'll say Turkey. I just love so many of the Turkish players like Yildiz. He's my favourite player right now. So yeah, I'll put Turkey through. And then Belgium and Saudi Arabia. I do kind of really want to, knock Belgium out here, but I don't think Saudi Arabia is strong enough, to be honest. So, yeah, Belgium will make it through. Oh, Brazil, Netherlands. This is definitely going to be the game of the round for sure. Or I think I'll say Brazil just edge out Netherlands. I think Neymar will come on at the 77th minute and he'll do a rainbow flick over Van de Ven and then he'll volley it top corners. One of the top corners. That's my prediction. Then Ecuador, France. We've got the attack versus the defense. But unfortunately for Ecuador, France also have a stacked defense. So yeah, France definitely making it through that game. And then Korea, Ivory Coast. You know what? This will be a close one. Will not be surprised whoever comes out on top of this game. But I think just because of Diamonde, I will put Ivory Coast here. I don't know if Ivory Coast is the best defense. Korea at least have Kim Min-jae. But you know what? The World Cup always has a ton of upsets. This isn't much of an upset, but yeah, I think this is what's going to happen. Oh my god, we're still going. Jesus, how many games are there? We've got England, Senegal. Yeah, England, I think, are going to win this game. I don't think Senegal are, going to do anything too special at this World Cup. They're going to get as far as they should get. Even though I did just say at the start of the video that I think Senegal will do great things. Yeah, kind of contradicting myself by saying they gonna get out here. But yeah, England are just too strong. Well, we got a little South American derby happening in the round of 32. And I do think Argentina coming out on top. I don't think Argentina really have a chance at winning this World Cup. Even last World Cup, they didn't have, one of the best teams. But it was too much of a perfect story for them. Messi like just, I don't know, Messi, just Messi, you know. And then USA, Egypt. I do really want to knock out the USA here, but no, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put them through. I don't think Egypt will have the best World Cup. You know, and this will be Salah's last World Cup as well. And I don't know if it will be enough for Liverpool to re-sign him. Now we've got Switzerland, Algeria. Easy one for me, Switzerland. I think Switzerland are going to do absolutely amazing at this World Cup. But they're going to be versing either Portugal or Ghana. But they're definitely going to be versing Portugal. Ghana have no chance, I think. Now let's start, bottom to top. Oh, I don't know why that came up. Portugal. Yeah, Portugal are going to be winning that game, I think, quite comfortably. Now, if we move up to here, Argentina, USA. Argentina, 100% winning that game. England, Ivory Coast is definitely going to be England's game. You know, I do think this could be Diamande's best game of the tournament here, though. I will just say that. Brazil, France. That is going to be a movie. But I do think France are going to win this game. France are going to go super far in this tournament. I don't care what anyone says. Turkey, Belgium. Well, I did want to take Belgium out last round, so we'll do it here. And I'm high on Turkey as well, so that works out really well. Spain, Colombia. This will be a very good game as well. I mean, they just remind me of, like a mini Spain for some reason. But no, I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat, the potential best team in the world right now. Then Japan, Canada. I think Japan make it through. It is a bit crazy to say that any of these teams are going to make, the quarterfinals, being in the top 8. But I mean, that's just how this bracket's going to work out. Japan are going to be making it in. And then, no, I don't think Norway have enough star power to beat Germany. I mean, yes, Haaland is, the best striker playing in this, match by a long shot. But no, the rest of the Norwegian team cannot compete with Germany's. And you know what? I will say Germany make it past Japan. I'm pretty sure they lost to Japan in the last World Cup, but I don't think that's going to be happening here. And Spain, Turkey. Unfortunately, I think Turkey's run is going to end here. The underdog story. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Turkey. And France, England. I mean, yeah, France are I think France are going to dog walk England in this game. I think they could win by 3, maybe even 4 goals. I think this is where England collapse. And now in the last game, Argentina, Portugal. This game could genuinely have more viewers than the final. And you know what? Messi already has his World Cup. So I think it's time for Ronaldo to try and get his. But they're going to be versing France in the semi-finals. So you know what? Ronaldo, I know you say you don't want the World Cup. But I know for a fact that you do. You only say that because Messi has one and you don't. I think you're going to retire without the World Cup. France is winning the final. I mean, I just spoiled what I was going to predict. France to win the semi-final. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't say anything. So we've got Germany or Spain. I think this is going to be a very close game. Part of me wants to put, Germany to go through to be a bit different. But no, I'm putting Spain. I'll take the safe bet and put Spain here. Now that leaves Spain and France, and no beating around the bush. I accidentally leaked that I said France would win the World Cup, and I think they will. France is going to win this World Cup, and hot take, I think Mbappe will have the greatest tournament ever. He'll become the top goal scorer of World Cup history in this tournament. I think he only needs 4 goals. He could probably get that all against Iraq, to be honest. And you know what? If he has an amazing World Cup like I think he will make up for everything he has done to Real Madrid. And he might even win the Ballon d'Or. Because I think his only real competition right now is Harry Kane. And yeah, I don't think England is going to have a very good World Cup. So yeah, I'm saying France are winning. Let me know if you think that is stupid. It definitely could be, don't get me wrong. But yeah, stay tuned because I'm hoping to get out so many World Cup videos out. So many videos out during the World Cup, I should say.